Hi and welcome to episode number 449 with whatsforchow.com. Beef bacon, corned beef and pastrami are all very similar in the way that they are produced, and as a result this episode will cover all three of them. The differences between the three meats comes in the way that they are finished off, and this will be explained as we go. To start, we need to measure out the curing ingredients, which include kosher salt, black peppercorns, whole juniper berries, bay leaves and garlic powder. In a separate bowl, measure out the Prague powder number 2. Pour 2 liters of water into a pot and all of the spices except for the Prague powder. Bring this to a boil and allow it to simmer for 10 minutes. Remove the pot from the stove and quick chill the brine by floating the pot in a sink of cold water. Once the brine has cooled significantly, add another 2 liters of water to the brine along with the Prague powder. Stir the brine until the Prague powder has completely dissolved. While the brine continues cooling, you can unpack your meat. This is a nice big slab of brisket or beef belly, around 2.4 kilograms in weight. Once the Prague powder has completely cooled, pour it into a large food-safe container and add the brisket. Due to the high content of salts in the brine, the meat will float. You need to weigh it down beneath the surface of the brine using a bowl or plate. Put the lid on the container and transfer this to your refrigerator for a full 7 days to cure. After the curing time, remove the meat from the brine and wash it thoroughly under cold running water. You will notice how firm the meat is, along with its amazing rosy pink tinge that is a hallmark of well-cured meat. Now, if you want corned beef, this is where you will simply simmer the meat in water until the internal temperature reaches 67 Celsius or 152 Fahrenheit. For beef bacon and pastrami, we're going to continue with the process. Dry the meat using a clean dish towel, then place it on a rack in your refrigerator for 24 hours to air dry. This drying process will make the meat more receptive to the smoking process. Fire up your smoker. I am using the Smoke Daddy Vortex in this demonstration. I have the extreme left-hand burner running to provide heat. Place the meat on the right-hand side away from the direct heat. Close the barbecue and allow this to smoke for around 3 hours until the internal temperature of the meat is 67 Celsius or 152 Fahrenheit. This will give you beef bacon. At this stage, all you need to do is wrap it and refrigerate. Although the bacon has technically been pasteurized, it still does require slicing and frying. All you need now to make pastrami is to steam or simmer the meat until the internal temperature reaches 67 Celsius or 152 Fahrenheit. This steaming is normally only carried out a few days after the smoking process, which allows the smoke to really penetrate the meat. And there it is, beautiful smoked beef bacon. One step further than corned beef and one step short of pastrami. Thanks for joining us today. Please subscribe to our channel and we'll see you again tomorrow.